Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking about Jupiter going direct in Scorpio and the blessings he brings for all of us. After a long time being retrograde, Jupiter is going to go direct on 11th of August and remains there till 4th November. And many blessings he brings with it. Also, he will pass through Pushkara, and as it goes towards the end of Scorpio, we also have to deal with his Gandanta. Hello, I'm Komilla Sutton, and we are talking about Jupiter going direct in Scorpio. I also would like to request you that if you could please subscribe to the channel, also press the bell notification. I am posting twice a week and sometimes 3 times a week, depending on what the information is. Lots of new information coming, tutorials as well as transit videos. So you don't want to miss it. Plus, you will help me to get past the 10,000 mark. So I would be grateful to you if you subscribe as well as press the bell notification. Thanks. And so going back to Jupiter in Scorpio, the thing is this, that I started the channel full time when Jupiter went into Scorpio. And that was a great blessing. It was October last year. And I have been managing to do regular postings to all of you. So it has been a great blessing to me, definitely, Jupiter and Scorpio, to connect with all of you and to be able to share my knowledge. And Jupiter continues in Scorpio till 4th of November. So a couple of things to remember, that as Jupiter goes direct, he's very slow moving. It's just like when a car starts up, it's not going to rush into anything. It's moving slowly. And sometimes it's not really, things are not going very fast. We think that is not giving any results, but it will be slow for most of August, but it'll slowly gather speed. And it goes direct at around 20 degrees of Scorpio. And this particular transit is all in Jyeshta Nakshatra. Now, Jupiter is very happy in Scorpio. It is in the friend Mars sign. So therefore, it will give good advice to Jyeshta, how to be powerful without being nasty or difficult. And it will be going through Jyeshta as well as Scorpio without any other conjunction. Only Moon will come and conjoin and then move away. No other planet conjoins during this last few months of Jupiter in Scorpio. So Moon also, in fact, Jupiter being in Scorpio helps the debilitation of the Moon. So you don't feel so intense and upset when Moon goes into Scorpio because Jupiter is there. So this transit is really good from Scorpio. It will be aspecting Cancer, Taurus, and Pisces. So if you have ascendant there, or you have planets placed there, then those planets are being blessed. Moon is placed, or Sun as well. Those are the three most identification points: Sun, Moon, Ascendant in Cancer, Taurus, Pisces. And of course, if you are Scorpio, Moon, Sun, and Ascendant, that means those are the ones who are getting the full benefit of Jupiter. And Jupiter is the guru, so he's giving the good advice, the good knowledge. And I'm going to put some guru mantras up there for you to study and listen to them as well. And so this is a straightforward, easy transit, no conjunction. The most important factor about this transit is that the next 2 years, when Jupiter goes to Sagittarius and then into Capricorn, Jupiter is not going to be alone. So he's going to be first with Ketu for most of its Sagittarius transit, and then with Saturn for most of the Capricorn transit. Although Jupiter Ketu in Sagittarius won't be as tightly conjoined together as Saturn Ketu have been in 2019, but Jupiter will have the influence of Saturn Ketu plus other planets coming in Sagittarius as well. So this is, like you could say, a sweet spot for Jupiter from now to 4th of November, that we can make use of it and as a balm also to our troubled planets that we are dealing with. So Jupiter is holding its own, and he's helping us to get the right thinking and the right ideas of how to cope with the situation. Now, the main thing about Jupiter is as it leaves Scorpio and moves into Sagittarius. Now, 12 days before Jupiter leaves Scorpio, that timing is known as Pushkara time, and 12 days after. So from 22nd of October to 4th of November, and then from 4th of November to 16th of November. So this time, 24 days, is the time for Pushkara. I'll put a link for Pushkara also. If you go to my website under library, you'll see 2 articles on Pushkara. The links will be below, and a link to my Pushkara video is above on the right hand side. But the Pushkara aspect is very interesting, because the belief is this, that rivers are being cleansed by Pushkara, and all the gods and goddesses are down to earth at that time, helping us cleanse the rivers, purify the rivers. And the river in Scorpio is the river Bhima. So if you live near the river Bhima, you can go and see that in the temples on the river side, there will be festivals. And in Sagittarius, I'll talk more about it. Sagittarius is river Pushkar Vahini, which I think the modern name is Tapti. So Tapti river will be purified. But what we can do at that time ourselves is that, think of the rivers. So in a country, any country you take, India, there are 12 sacred rivers, and all of them represent the blood life flow of the country, because without the rivers we will not have any water or any sustenance. So these rivers also within our body will be like our nadis. So the purification of the rivers is one thing, but also the purification of our inner soul, our inner nadis are pure. That is very important. So we can spend the last 12 days of Jupiter and Scorpio trying to purify ourselves, to do some meditation, to do some things that are making us more lighter and making us donations. Also, you can think in yourself to make a resolution not to pollute the rivers, because the rivers are so important. Whichever country you're in, you can think about that as you're not throwing something randomly into the river or doing something negative regarding the river, polluting the river. So same thing about polluting your own body, which is your temple and the nadis. You think of how I'm going to keep my body in a good way and treat it like a honorable energy. And finally, we look at the Gandanta position, and the Gandanta of Jupiter, right the end of Jupiter. It is also Pushkara. So if you're doing the correct things, you may not feel anything. But 31st of October to 4th of November in Scorpio, and then up to 8th of November is the Gandanta Jupiter transit. We had the big Gandanta transit in April 2019. This is the Gandanta transit, the normal type of transit where it's just going to go past the Gandanta. And normally I find that the Gandanta before, as it is leaving Scorpio, more difficult than going into Sagittarius. However, those dates, especially, many people are not aware of the sacredness of time and how we are dealing with it. So there can be instability, there can be some difficult issue that comes up, some because the Gandanta is some fixed stuff, and Jupiter goes over it, and so many planets have gone over it. Saturn went over this Scorpio, Sagittarius, Gandanta. It's releasing toxins. So be careful of that. If you feel toxic at that time, you know what it is. And it is actually getting rid of your toxins rather than you are feeling the toxins yourself. So, this Jupiter in Scorpio transit is very good for Pisces, because for Pisces, it is in their ninth house of higher knowledge and education and learning. Sagittarius is not getting so much benefit if they are thinking only materially, because of course Sagittarius has the Saturn Ketu in the Lagna, and the Lagna Lord is in the 12th house. So they need to think more spiritually at this stage, and especially the Gandanta also is difficult. But the positive thing is that Jupiter after 4th of November will be in Sagittarius, so their balance will be restored, and Saturn is moving away. So anyway, more about Jupiter and Sagittarius later on, and I will be doing that with all the signs as well. So enjoy the transit. It is a pure Jupiter energy without influence there. So that is a good aspect. And Jupiter is always giving blessings. Wherever he is by transit, he is blessing us all. Only thing is sometimes we don't understand that this is a blessing, because other issues are clouding our vision. And again, please remember that you are to help me to go above 10,000 subscribers. So please do subscribe and also press the bell notification. It's because of you now this channel it's a small channel, but it is growing regularly. So I want to thank you as well. And check out my website, komilla.com.